What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You know who I am, and welcome to another episode of Film Stock Reviews. In this episode, I'm reviewing Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, which tells the story and disappearance of Eliza Lam back in 2013. Now, this is a 4-episode, 45-minute to 1-hour long miniseries crime doc that is on Netflix. It premiered February 10th, 2021, and let me tell you, some of the stuff that's in this is crazy, creepy, and really weird. We start off with knowing who Eliza Lam is, what she was doing in California at the time when her disappearance happened at the Cecil Hotel. And she's from Vancouver, Canada, and she just wanted to get away from things, escape. She was 21 years old, and from then on things escalate. Her disappearance was on February 1st, 2013, and she wasn't found until 2 weeks later at the Cecil Hotel. Here's the thing, she never left. Her body was found in the water tank on the roof of the Cecil Hotel. And the weird and creepy thing is that the people that were staying at the hotel were bathing in the water, brushing their teeth with the water, and drinking the water, and some slimy, weird residue was coming out of the water, faucets, and it was just weird. Nobody knows what happened to her. There's only one footage and one surveillance footage that is at the hotel, which is her getting into an elevator, pressing buttons, and her being erratic. Because she'd been on drugs, because right next to the Cecil Hotel in that area is Skid Row, one of the most dangerous parts of California that you could ever imagine. Homeless people, drugs, prostitution, you name it, it has it. The interesting thing about that is that nobody knows if she went there, if she came back, what was happening, because they say that she was bipolar. But being bipolar, you don't exude certain characteristics and mannerisms that happen. Some say that she was abducted and she was killed and then thrown into the water tank. But over the course of these episodes, we find out that things don't add up and certain things happen. The interesting thing is that they talk to YouTubers and web enthusiasts who have looked into this case and who have actually gone to the Cecil Hotel to figure out what happened to her. Listen, when you become an investigator yourself and you're not, an investigator for work, and you go into things, you open up Pandora's box. You open up things that you don't want to open up, and you can't close it, and all of a sudden you are a part of that world that you don't want to be a part of. So I've seen this surveillance footage so many times that I don't want to go into it, because there are a lot of videos out there on social media and YouTube dissecting this video, trying to figure out what happened to her. And the interesting thing is that this timestamp on the video is grainy. You can't see it, and the video itself is grainy, but you see her going in and out of the elevator, and other than that, you don't know what's happening. Her hands start doing weird movements, and they say you see a foot of someone else coming into the frame and grabbing her. Listen, there's so many speculations, so many conspiracy theorists out there who think they know what they're talking about when they see this footage. And people want to know, because that's what people like. People like true crime documentaries. People like serial killer documentaries, disappearances, vanishings, things like that. They want to be a part of the society where they think they can crack the code on finding out what happened. And when you do that, all of a sudden you become an overnight hit and sensation. We don't know what happened. We're not going to know what happened. Even though we have a 4-episode story on Netflix that's 45 minutes to an hour long, it's not really going to give away anything. We just watch it for entertainment purposes. The interesting thing about this thing is that people watch something like this because, like I said, they want to be involved. They want to, this opens up the case again. This opens up certain things of what happened. I mean, they say her disappearance and she died of drowning by bipolar disorder, which is a crock of shit, which doesn't make any sense to me. But hey, I guess I don't want to, judge anyone's, coroner work or detective work or anything like that. The documentary is interesting as it tells the story and the backstory of how the Cecil Hotel started in the 1920s. And through time, it became one of the craziest places to host certain serial killers like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, who terrorized the Los Angeles area in 1985. And how the Black Dahlia was involved, and how other foreign serial killers came to the hotel. even talking to residents who lived there for close to 20, 30 years, because it was a cheap escape for them to live there. $4 a night, they're on drugs, they go there, they sleep there they want, and even till today, sometimes they're still living there, even 30, 40 years later. So they try to change things, but then all of a sudden this happens, and then boom, the Cecil Hotel's back in the spotlight. So this is an interesting documentary that you have to check out if you want to check it out. Like I said, it's entertainment purposes, but it's entertainment purposes in the course where we ourselves find that we're watching something that we don't know what happened, but we want to figure out what happened. But will we? We don't know. I give Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel 5 out of 5 stars. The documentary went into depth with how they explained things, and some things were really weird and interesting, so to speak, and morbid. There was a ending to one of the episodes where I didn't expect, that was just weird, but when you check it out, you'll know why. There are a lot of people that I follow on social media accounts who I speak with and talk to that loved this documentary series and are looking forward to new ones from Netflix, and I'm looking forward to new ones from Netflix, because you never know what Netflix can put out. And once Netflix puts it out, it's already shot up to #1 on their most viewed list in the US. So I'm curious to see what they come up with next, and what, documentary style they're going to do, because there's so many things out there they can do. Hopefully they don't, step on people's foots and, get people angry with certain things that they pick and show on Netflix. But hey, it's Netflix. They do what they want, and so far they've been killing it with the true crime documentaries, the serial killer documentaries, and the disappearance cases. And one for so is that of Elisa Lam. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this documentary on Netflix, and if you saw it and if you checked it out, what did you think of it? What are your theories and interpretations, and do you think that there's more to the story that we don't know about? And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new videos on my channel. And you know where to follow Market Productions and me, Mr. Filmstock. I'll leave a link to all the social media accounts in the description box below. You guys can check it out and follow along. I'm Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.